2 minutes past 9 o'clock. It's Monday. What are we calling it? The 5th? Is it 6th? I think it is the 6th today, isn't it, everybody? Yeah?
What it is.
Yeah, what it is. Talk back with Thane and Sophia. We're here for 1 hour. We had a show on Saturday night and went on for like till 11. And we're both too much, eh? Exhausting, almost. Still rocking the dressing gown, I see.
Well, it's bedtime. What am I to do? So, sorry.
We weren't going to do the show tonight because we thought Succession season 3 was about to kick off.
Yeah.
I was led down the garden path. I just thought, stuff the show, man. Forget about it.
I saw somewhere that season 3 was supposed to be out September something or other, and I'm sure I saw like a little ad for it as well. And then I went and it's been changed to October. Surely the internet changed it on me. I couldn't have been wrong.
Okay, so we don't have Succession to look forward to. I've been watching on Paramount Plus because I'm using a VPN and I've subscribed to like Amazon Prime. I'm watching Evil, and I'm getting a lot of shit at home for watching this TV show. It's all about good versus evil, some churchies versus the devil.
But it's like there's watching it, there's binge watching it, and then there's literally not moving from the couch for 2 days.
I'm like,
while everything else is going on around you, and people might have fallen over, or someone could have had a burn. Thane's watching an exorcism loud without headphones on.
My thing is
2 days.
Yeah. My thing is that when it was Father's Day, right? And so you're allowed to do anything you want on Father's Day. So, hey presto, there I was watching my favorite TV show of all time. And then Father's Day leaked over today. And that's when you kind of blew your top about it. But anyways, I'm going to continue to watch it after 10 o'clock tonight. Let us know what your favorite little show is. Mine is Evil. It's on Paramount Plus, and of course Gold Rush on Discovery Plus. What are you watching?
Masterclass.
Oh la la!
I just love documentaries. I always have. When I was younger, I wanted to make documentaries.
Okay.
So I gave my stepdad, for his birthday in lockdown, we gifted him the masterclass, and then he sent me one of these free trial links, and it was like 7 days of free masterclass. And so I'm just like, I'm hooning through them at a rate of knots. No one can stop me. I've got my headphones in. I'm doing every other task with this going on. I think I've blasted through about 6.
Well, what's the best one? What's the best masterclass so far that you've seen?
Oh, they're all so different. So what I like about it is there's something for everybody, but what I like is like you can kind of tune in to however you're feeling. So I watched RuPaul today, I watched Anna Wintour today, and totally different people, but both have really fantastic lessons to be learned. But my personal favorite, who really just struck a chord with me because I think quite like her and I just really loved what she was saying, is Robin Arzon, I think is her name. I'm going to double check it. Anyway, she's like the head VP trainer. She's VP and head trainer of Peloton, and she's just a machine, but she's just got sensational brain power. Positive mindset.
So attractive, isn't it? Brain power. Oh,
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Hey, my thing is that when it comes to watching stuff and
hold on. Flight Attendant on Neon.
Yes.
It's great.
Okay. One of my favorite things to watch is zombie stuff. Now, give zombie stuff a chance. I haven't been a zombie fan. I never went for that kind of stuff. I was kind of frightened and like, I can't believe 27 days later. Oh my God. But the zombie stuff now, in my, as old as I am, I'm digging it. Especially the slow zombies, the stupid ones. Yeah, don't mind it. So here we are. You got no, you're blown away, aren't you? You've got no comment for that, have you?
Yeah.
Look at your face, says it all.
If you don't have something nice to say,
Don't
say anything at all.
So we were in lockdown for what do you
Where are the
reckon?
people? What's happening? Where are the chat things? You've put me
Okay.
on this new format, and I don't understand it. I don't
Yeah.
even understand how to use online shopping sometimes. So give me the rundown here. I liked it when we could talk to other people.
No, we can talk to other people. They just have to join us on this link that's on screen right now. So if you see this
Oh,
bit.ly link, just type that in.
they
Or there's a link. There's a link in the post, my Facebook post. Just click on that, and then you can join us. We do have quite a cool look. Everybody's using StreamYard, so I thought I'm getting off StreamYard. Everybody's using that thing now,
too
so I've jumped
commercial.
on. Two commercial, two mainstream, two sold out. So I've got this kind of thing going tonight. There's a lot of there are a lot of backgrounds that we can work through the week, and then
Go
kind
on
of
then.
settle on one.
Let me see.
Well, you want to try and work a background now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I was hoping you wouldn't say that. Okay, so we can just go like this kind of design here. What do you reckon to this? It's pretty plain, isn't it?
Nothing's changed.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can, if it's okay. You can't see it. I can't do it live.
Uh,
Sorry, you can't change a background live.
I'll tell you what I've been doing tonight.
Yes.
It struck me the other day.
Right.
It's almost Christmas.
Yes. Has it changed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit scary, isn't it? I just on the point of view of we're supposed to be making tons more money by now, and this fucking lockdown is just killing me. So I'm like, oh God. Then we got Christmas. Then we got holidays to deal with. Oh no.
Give us a break.
And you know what? I'm not coming through with this Christmas. This Christmas, it's not going to be a showy Christmas. It's not going to be a hey, look. You know how the mafia come in and they give you an envelope on your wedding day and hey, salut, and all that kind of stuff. No,
I think that's a confused. I'll leave that.
I'm just saying.
No, you don't. But I'm not
gonna
going
be
to say
big.
this. I'm not going to say this out loud because I know the kids are still like.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
But I don't think you've actually done any Christmas stuff before, so just leave it to me.
Well, no, you run shit past me, and then I go, oh yeah, that looks like a great idea.
Okay, well, I was going to start shopping now because I wanted
Oh,
to,
right.
I've got Christmas is my favorite holiday, and that's why. So anyway, what I was saying,
Yeah.
guess what I've been doing tonight?
Tell us, please.
Okay, so I've been like starting to shop, but I found some great stuff on AliExpress for the kids. Little
yeah.
hair clips and phone cases and shit they don't need.
Oh yeah.
It's like $2. It's like, this is great.
Great. And you know what? They only want little things that they can open. And,
Yes.
just a shit ton of little things is quite good. You could have like two big things, but as long as they can keep opening, stuff up.
It's
And
the
I think that's,
adrenaline, isn't it? And that
yeah,
sounds very wasteful, but they do use them for ages. And then we have a like structured thing. Like if you're starting to not use your stuff, we go through it, we put it in a box, we take it to a place called Coastal Treasures, or we have family members that may like it, and we make sure that it is moved on to people who appreciate it
yeah.
and or donate it. And or sometimes I just sell stuff on Trade Me. But anyway, long story short, what's the chance that we can jump off Melon and jump back onto the other one?
Well, no, it's not going to be, we can't do that.
Oh.
It's because I've just set this all up, and it's gonna, we have to come off streaming, then go back on streaming. Ain't gonna work. Hey, I've set some stuff up though. So tomorrow we're going to be talking to Luke Dello, and we're going to try and get Luke Dello to sponsor us this wee hour of power.
Oh, fantastic.
With this place called Midnight Gardener, which is on Ponsonby Road. Now he has basically
He's got a roof now, doesn't he?
Sure does. So that's a game changer. So he serves wontons and beer and cocktails and stuff like that. It's got that indoor outdoor flow, mainly outdoor. But anyways, Luke is been a kind of like I'd say he's been a pioneer in hospitality in Auckland. He's put up a couple of, he's responsible for Sales Street and Chapel and a couple of other bars and whatnot. He got into fish and chips here for a brief second. And I met Luke Dello years ago when he was at Park in the Bar. And I was on Radio Hauraki at the Hauraki when it's called Hauraki. And I was the Duke of Rock. And so I'd put on this rock and roll voice every single night. And anyways, we got to having a good laugh. I'd go down there and kind of MC some of his gigs. Anyway, so I've known this guy for a very long time through the Chapel years. He is worried that hospitality is doing its head in. And it is, because it's been 3, 4, it's going to be 5 weeks before the machine can start up again. And I know a lot of bars and venues have got the subsidies for their staff, and we're all waiting it out. I'm on a bar payroll because I've got a social media business, and so I'm working with bars, and they are doing it tough. So he's going to talk about people who aren't going to make it, why they're not going to make it, because I always thought, under the impression bars have got it good. Look at the guy down at HQ, the little fella. What's his name? What's the little guy? He's got a haircut like JJ Finney.
He gets in trouble a lot, doesn't he?
Yeah, him. You know him. So I thought, they've got millions of dollars. Cut them some slack. God, those guys. But apparently it's not the case. People are still obviously paying for their rent and what have you. So Luke's going to speak to us on the show tomorrow.
Excellent.
Yeah, which is good. Also, we want to give shout outs to people who are in small business and who are doing it tough and need shout outs as well. So if there's an opportunity for you to, jump on, then click on the link and we'll try and do that. I've got links showing up on the screen. Should be up on now. So I'd love to invite you on and have a bit of a chat. But otherwise, it's been a real low energy Monday for me. I woke up to the news that Peter Williams, a guy that I've always admired on when he was on TV, he originally had big beard and stuff on One World of Sport and all Sports on One, and he landed on Magic Talk. He's kind of retired instantly and been given the boot. And so,
why?
Yeah, I don't know. I think at 67, he just wants to kind of do nothing anymore. I thought, that's pretty weird. What's the real story behind that? But no real story, but there's a story. I have to wait till the weekend. But there's a lot of people not talking, because jobs are hard to come by in that radio business. But anyways,
where was he? What was his role?
He was like the mornings guy on Magic Talk.
Oh.
There's a bit of money in talk, man. This is what I like. I want to be picked up one day by, if we can keep the show consistent and we keep it interesting, I think there's some opportunity. And you know what? Who really needs FM? FM is in the sunset. I think FM's got another 5-6 years, but still, they're paying money, for announcers. But I reckon there is a big audience with an appetite online. So I'm happy to live on here.
I think that's proven. Proven. I mean, have a look at it's about control and, monetization and exponential money-making possibility. I suppose it's like whether or not you want to own your own business or you want to get a job. Similar thing, I suppose.
We've got a message here from Steve.
Oh, hi, Steve.
Kia ora, team.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Merry Christmases, right? I've had a little bit of a low energy Monday as well, although... Oh, that sucks. Not so much a lot. I feel like I start out the day like I'm motivational and inspirational, and I'm like rocking my masterclass vibe. And then by 2:00, I'm like, the kids are screaming, people are like cutting food on plates, and I'm like, it's just, I think it's lockdown though. I can't remember why I was saying that in the first place. Oh, low energy Monday. Yeah, but I am pepping up actually. I've got a little chai here. Money and audiences on YouTube. That's true. YouTube's then become a boxer. What does that mean?
I don't know. I think, to become a boxer like Joseph Parker and then, or Asanya, and then I think you're guns blazing. But Joe, if you want to join us, in the post is a link. Click on it. Or Graham, Steve, you always good for a bit of a chat. Click on that link and come and join us on our new system.
What are you afraid of? Don't be
Yeah,
afraid.
exactly.
I'm in a
But
road.
it's interesting, isn't it, that the money is on YouTube? Because I thought,
Yeah, well, that's
Facebook.
where all the kids are making their money,
Yeah,
you know?
YouTube. I mean, I go to YouTube for like
YouTube?
when I didn't have for television and stuff. We're watching elections on YouTube and shit from the States.
Yeah,
And the
but
other thing,
that's, all the kids, like, watch their stuff on YouTube now.
right.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, I got a TikTok violation for putting up the same video of the Westfield, the older, the bang,
Oh,
bang, bang, at the
Linmore. Right.
countdown, the Linwall, yeah. Wow, okay, your Facebook, they really go after you, don't they? But yeah, the other
That's
thing I
why
use
it's not fun anymore though, isn't it?
the other thing I use YouTube for is putting 1 hour loops of Baby Shark on for our baby, which is she loves that song, and I'm a Gummy Bear, another one
Yeah,
that
that's a
does my
very
head
loves
in.
that one. Loves that one.
Hmm.
They use it for all sorts of things though. That's their main source of like, oh, can we watch stretching videos like gymnastics and stuff? And all the kids are like 14 and they've got their own YouTubes. And then, yeah, see, look, it's such an easy. I wonder, is it automated advertising?
Yeah, totally. You just get into some kind of advertising partnership with those guys once you get a
Yeah.
certain amount of viewers, and then
Mm.
they start putting ads on. But here's the good news, everybody. As of tonight, we're broadcasting on Twitch, Talkback, THANE Sophia on Twitch, and on YouTube, it's Talkback with THANE and Sophia. So we're on YouTube right now. So I assume this will live on YouTube, which is good. It's all synchronized, mate. Don't worry about that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I was being smart
Um,
as referencing,
oh,
Jake Paul. Yeah, right. That guy's making a fortune. Seen those guys' houses? Oh my God.
no, I haven't. Again, yeah, see, I don't watch a lot of YouTube, but now I feel like I should get to know it. What's Twitch, by the way?
Twitch is where gamers, streamers, and like stuff like this live. So live broadcasts. And I tell you what, people on Twitch who are DJs, they're not coming into copyright violation. The record companies haven't like banned. So on Facebook, if you put a DJ set up, all the record companies shut you down through the
Because you're
algorithms.
paying for the royalties of playing
Yeah,
the
and all that kind of stuff. And even if you do pay for the royalties, they end up shutting you down anyway because the algorithms are all fucked up. But if you do the same thing on Twitch, they're kind of a little bit more lenient. I think you can go a couple of hours before anybody starts asking any questions, so it's quite good.
bit
Here's an
lazy.
interesting thing on TikTok, though. I've been on TikTok for about 3 months. Already got like 2,000 follows, which is just amazing. And it's like, wow, I'm not doing shit on there.
Wow, what a fast-moving platform. I am really hesitant with, as you know, social stuff. Just having 3 kids that it just makes me really weary. And I watched that one thing about social media about all the people who made the programs, and they're like, "So do your kids have social media?" And they're like, "No, they don't have phones." And I was like, "Oh, I wonder why," because that seems pretty weird. And what was the point of my story? Oh, yeah. But TikTok, yeah, so I haven't downloaded it because I'm afraid that the Chinese government's gonna, be able to see my I don't know, my
Chinese government's already got your
moving.
details. They're already monitoring you anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Maybe. It sounds like a good thing to go on. I might do it in a business format.
Good on you, mate. Now, Jason Keeler, this guy is, I used to know him in when I used to work at I-98 FM, and he had a very distinctive voice. Hello, I'm Jason Keeler. Easy listening, I-98 FM. His voice used to sound like that. Anyways, for a brief moment, he joined a political party. I could have been ACT or something like that. Jason let us know. And then he went to Australia, and then I've lost contact with the guy. I've messaged him a couple of times. But there you
Well,
go.
click the link there, Jason.
Come and
Jump
join us on
into
the
the
stream, Jason.
conversation.
Yeah, totally. Come and join us.
The water's fine.
Let's have a little bit of a catch up. With kids and apps, though, here's an interesting thing. If a kid wants to load and like a kid under 15 wants to load an app up on their phone, you should make your kid write a 2-page paragraph, like 2 paragraphs, outlining how they make their money, so that the kid totally understands what information they're exchanging for free content, or what the business model of the app is. So they're very much aware how these filthy little apps work.
It's great. And also, the best part about this is that you can action that too, because your kids are my kids.
Oh, shit. That's right. But you do all the parenting, so just get on with it. Don't bother me with that shit. Jesus.
I'm busy watching a zombie TV show.
Because, as long as I got Wi-Fi, Now, you know what? In all honesty, we got to I've got to put more time into spending more time. This is like, I think the first lockdown, lockdown 1, I was all over it. Lockdown 5, I'm like, it's everyone for themselves.
It's
by 9 o'clock in this household, everybody is on their device doing their own thing. You're in meetings, the kids are on school Zooms, Popper and what have you, they're doing their stuff. I'm doing my thing, usually a TV show. I get my work done. Get this, guys. I get my work done by 5:30 to about 7:30 in the morning. And then I'm home free.
But you do then pretend to be working for the rest of the day. That not to be bothered.
If someone bothers me, I'm totally working. Like, don't even talk to me.
Hey, I bet that's really interesting for everyone else to hear. Hey, guys, do you want to hear about how uninteresting and annoyed we are at each other in lockdown? That's fun, isn't it?
Oh, I know. We shouldn't waffle on about it, but
let's not waffle on. It's a bit boring. Everyone's got their own malaise going on, I'm sure. Malaise. No, but I just got a text from a girlfriend of mine who was like, I walked into my bedroom and lay down on the bed and screamed fuck at the top of my lungs today whilst my toddlers were outside the door. And I was like, yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Have you lost your shit this lockdown though?
Yeah. Well, no, not really. Like, just like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Just get in the bath. Or whatever it was,
You came up with one pretty good thing. If you can't see me, you can't yell my name. What was that?
That's right. Can you see me? No. Then don't say mum. Don't, because then they do this one. They're like 3 bedrooms away. Mom! Mom! And I'm like, what? But then they don't hear me say what. So they keep saying it. And I'm going, what? What? And then I have to walk to them. No more.
Fair enough. I just ignore them, man. Because the thing is that if you're really in danger, then you'll do something about it, right? So, you're either going to run. But if you were going, can I do this? Can I open that? Can I? It's like, I'm over. You just talk to me when the important shit's going down, right? Don't give me, where are the minties? Can I have a hot chocolate? That's not me. You got the wrong guy.
Call me when the Titanic's broken in half.
Yep. Call me at the lifeboats. Dad, the lifeboat. Are you coming or what? And I'll be like on my phone. Yep, I'll be there in a split. Call me when the lifeboat is about to go down and I really need to get my ass on it. Don't call me like, oh, I think Leo DiCaprio is coming down the main stairwell. Let's get a selfie with him. Don't care. Don't want to know. All right. Don't ask me for the Wi-Fi code, because if you can't manage that yourself, how are you going to manage in real life?
You
I
guys
worry
take
about
the quote. Just come circle back for me later.
what till they are grown humans and they still do that. Oh,
Oh, I bet.
needy little fuckers. I hope not.
But the thing is that I also love it. I love it. I love my kids more than anything on this planet. And I also like that they trust me for every instruction, and they like want to know my opinion, and they're kind and courteous enough to ask before they make something that's going to turn the kitchen into an absolute bomb site. So they're very sweet and kind little children who just want to do the right thing all the time, which I try and remember in the times of lockdown where I want to just like go outside and scream. But it's very sweet, isn't it? They do always want to do the right thing, and they do want to ask before they do
What I
anything.
love about what I love about those little turkeys is the way they look at you. You are totally the cult leader, and they are totally just mesmerized. Anything you say. Now, if I say the same thing, hey, don't talk to me like that. The middle child's like, stop it now. If you say, don't talk to me like that, like, okay.
Do you know what that's called?
And if it's sarcastic, I don't want to know. Okay, tell me.
Respect. But it's mutual respect. Yes, but Matt, the thing is that you guys can actually leave the house. Your lockdown is completely different, and we've been in lockdown level 4 for 3 weeks. This is our 4th week starting tomorrow. We actually can't leave the house and go and get a coffee or your favorite restaurant delivery, so it is just slightly more shy.
Aussies don't give a shit about lockdown. You'll go and sunbathe on Bondi Beach if you feel like it, until the cops come along spraying you with water and those helicopters going, you cannot now, you're getting a big fine. And you're like, oh, fuck it. Okay, no worries, mate. And then you're back home. The other thing, you make triple the amount of money we do. You put an Aussie bartender with a New Zealand bartender, you take a radio show, someone doing breakfast radio in Sydney is on like $1 million plus to what they pay over here.
It is dismal. New Zealand is a poor cousin, and you guys defo have it better. I wish that we could go and get coffee and like food that I haven't cooked.
Australians, I mean, look, if you've got the toast of the town type of lifestyle over there, there's a cozy clubs by the water, you wear boat shoes, you've got a boat in the harbour. You don't even have to.
But I will say this, I do feel for Sydney though.
You don't even have to park it yourself. You got the big ass fireworks, bigger fireworks than the fucking Asians have got it. You're making so much more money. Women love to wear next to nothing on the beaches if you're a big perv. You got waves. Oh, you got it all. There's a bar like every 5 seconds. There's an opportunity to make millions. Your lotto goes off over there. When lotto goes off over there, it's in the 30s, 40s, 50 million. Not like the pissy old 20-year over here.
Yikes. It is nice though. I do love Sydney.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no. It they've got it right, I think, just with the level. It's more like level 3, I think. My best friend lives in Sydney. My goddaughter, her daughter, is obviously there. I'm yet to meet her because
you can throw a Range Rover up on tick and pay next to bloody nothing for it. Gotcha. You've got a great life if you want to go and live in Sydney. And yet I am moaning. But you know what I love about New Zealand?
Yeah.
God, I've got to remember. I've got to dig deep these days because it's not the supermarkets. And even the pack and save, the ones that you thought you could trust because they're going to lower prices. We're fucking morons and zombies shopping there. I tell you, when I come out of this, I'm going to shop very local now. I'm going to support the South African butcher down the road. I'm going to go to a greengrocer and do the whole lot. Well, I don't do any of that shit anyway. But anyways, everything's gone up in price. Hardest country to live in.
Is anyone else getting a communist vibe, though? It's like, what's happening here? Why are we...
If you're in Auckland, Sophia, and you're if you're making under $200,000 a year right now, this is just me blowing like sky high, you're not having a great time. And I feel sorry for people who are on like benefits and who are doing, $20,000 per annum.
Well, I think
That's a very tough proposition.
Well, I think the problem is, like, unless you're well established in your wealth, which is, it's not likely if unless you've got more than 2 houses type deal.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who've got a lot of real estate. And
well, that's true, and that's why I pause. And it's not to say that people don't, but I mean, if you're not if you don't have at least 50% of your income just available for saving or whatever, then it's a pretty tough scenario to go through these lockdowns and or even just be living in New Zealand at the moment. It's very expensive, especially with home ownership.
Yeah,
and it's bloody lettuce.
Oh God. Okay. So definitely when these when they open the doors for us,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but no, when I loved lockdown 1, lockdown this time is I'm cruising through it. I'm doing my thing. I'm not letting it bother me, but it's just seeing the same faces every day.
Yeah.
You seeing me seeing you, me seeing the kids seeing me, saying hi to the neighbor. It's amazing how many people decide to mow their lawns during the day.
What else are you going to do?
I don't know. Yeah, what else are you going to do? I mean, I haven't done really anything outside. I've just really kept to the walks. I think walking is the winner. I reckon now's the time. Are they all birds? What's the walking shoe? The New Zealand made walking shoe. They must be
I don't know if they're New Zealand made, but I think that they were founded by a New Zealander. They're like woolen shoes.
Are they for boomers or do they do something for the young people?
Yeah, I think they're for boomers, but they're trying to brand them to a lower demo, like younger demo. They've just released some workout clothes, I think.
Oh boy, I wonder what they look like. We could have a look on Facebook, but
they just look like normal workout clothes, but they say they're biodegradable or something, natural fibers, which is like, well, so is the other cotton. That's it, like cotton on, still cotton. Right. You know what I mean? It's still a natural fiber, and they've got. I mean, even Kmart's got a better cotton initiative that they're doing. So I don't know.
Sucks if you're like, there's a place in K Road in Auckland that only does like badges and what are those little things like you put on your school, like emblems? What are they called?
Yeah, and you iron them on.
Iron them or stitch them on.
Patch.
There's a whole store dedicated to that. And I mean, I feel for businesses who haven't really transitioned online properly. I mean, you go in there, you think this has got to be some kind of lost leader for a drug cartel or something.
Or maybe they own the building. I always go, oh, they probably own the building.
Yeah.
They can sort of do something that doesn't make any money.
Yeah.
But imagine if that was their lifelong passion and they actually had to pay it out and they're just slowly dying. It'd be quite sad.
I'm sick of passion projects now. I'm just like, show me the money. I was always the first to do a passion project, everybody. If I really enjoyed something, I would waste good money after good money chasing this. Oh, didn't even have any plan. Oh, everything's going to be fine. But now, nothing. You're not going to get a piece of cheese, a shekel out of me. No way. No crumbs, nothing. The bank is closed. Yeah. I mean,
that's learning. That's learning. That's entrepreneurial learning. It's age, it's responsibility, it's change of your life as you grow. You've got responsibilities now, and that makes a difference. When you started George, you probably, I don't know what you were doing, but you were living in
Yes. When I changed the landscape of radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, what were you had a dog and you and Emma lived in Greyland, what was it? And you
Crummer
had
Road.
Benny, Crummer
Fantastic.
Road, and you had Benny the dog who, God, didn't that just go on forever?
Yeah,
Jeepers.
Penny had a massive life. Really. Anyways, that
It
was
was
then. This is now.
old age for that dog.
But George is still going. I mean, it's not the station I want it to turn into, but it's there now, and it's owned by MediaWorks, and MediaWorks vacuums money up. It's their job, through advertising and outdoor advertising and whatnot. Moving on, I felt lockdown 1 and 2 was all about team of 5 million. This lockdown, I get the sneaking suspicion it's one for all and all for one. It's a very dog
It
lockdown.
does feel much more separated, even with the levels being more separate. With the level, they're moving to level 2 and we're in level 4, blah, blah, blah. I think it's just that, it is a little bit divide and conquer this time. And I did notice that in the supermarket and stuff, people aren't quite as friendly. Like last year when we had that first long lockdown, everyone was quite cheery and just wanted to help each other get through it by smiling or acknowledging someone else. And this time it's like, get your fucking trolley out of my trolley's way. I'm going to get those eggs. It's like
Aggressive walking. Who's
yeah.
going to yield and give way? That's been a real hot topic.
And like suspicion,
Yeah.
just like you picked up that thing of bananas and then put them back down.
You know what? I still eat grapes. The last time I went through shopping, I picked off a couple of free ones, because they're so juicy and firm. How do they do that? They're so good. Grapes are so much better than they used to be.
You
Anyways,
can't do that.
I just did. It's fucking packaged.
I rinse them anyway before they end up on that bench that you pick them from in the kitchen. They're already washed.
But you notice you leave your grapes on the vine, and then just over 3 or 4 days, they'll start to wilt away.
Birds eat them.
What?
Birds eat them.
So what do? Do you just kind of like throw a bit of water over the top of them to keep them a little bit fresh? It's hard. But anyways, I don't even want to go on that. I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah,
what,
so
you turn into raisins.
No, I'm just saying you take a grape off they're all connected via the vine. And then when you start picking them off, the vine starts to shrivel up like this, like Dame Edna's lungs. And then you've got these once firm grapes who are still holding on to try and draw any bit of moisture out of the vine. And it just doesn't go well until they fall off. Such is life, though, isn't it?
It's a season to every season.
We've had a COVID death, and the old bird was 96, and the family said they're shocked. I'm thinking, okay, fair enough. It's a shock.
We can't have this conversation.
Are you shocked? How can you be shocked? She's 96. I mean, you're on your numbers up from your 80s, 70s. Sheesh. Hey,
I lovingly decline to be a part of this conversation. No death is expected.
Hit us with a message, though, and we'll put your message up on screen. I've got a link here if you want to join us on the show. You can just tap in and be a part of it. If you don't want to, then if you just kick them back, there's no pressure. You can just keep it on. Here is the
typing. It's less scary and intimidating. I think people don't feel comfortable going on camera. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's taken a bit for you to come and do this, haven't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is a big step for you. So good on you. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
We're going to be doing this Monday to Saturday for an hour every night, and we're just going to keep consistent. It's like the gym.
It's like a workout.
Really is, because you've got to keep the conversation going, especially when there is no conversation. But you know what? It's a joy just to sit back and have a chat to you and just do this. I'm happy with it.
It is nice, and I think it's nice. There's no expectation, and it's quite nice and just relaxing, isn't it? It's a nice check-in at the end of the day.
What did I get for Father's Day? Oh, wow. I got some aftershave, which I'm very happy with, and a nice bottle. And I got some kind of nice manly candle. You know what? I prefer a manly candle to flowers. Flowers, give that to me when I'm in the hospice. Manly candle, I'll take that any day.
What about a feminine
Hey,
candle?
Kirby, Te Karere. What was it? Core,
Uh,
core thing, Kirby Te Karere? Or was it
What is
more?
with that? Why do we that
We
that
must. We must encourage the language. Hey, have we got someone here? Show on screen. Have we got someone here? Here he
Oh,
is. Hey,
hi.
Hey,
Stephen
how are we,
Wellington.
There
team?
he
It
is.
Hey, welcome to our new
Aura.
system.
looks amazing. Loving the
Thank you.
backdrop.
Today, Omari.
Yeah.
So you got to come in with some.
Oh, tēnā koe. Tēnā
Hey,
koe.
can you ask Steve? Welcome to the show. Can you answer a technical question?
Sure.
How do viewers turn off the subtitles in this broadcast because they're going all over your face right now?
Okay. The subtitles that are all over my... Oh, those ones. Okay, hang on.
Yeah, no, I'll take this thing off. But how? Because when we're talking, it's subtitling live.
It's normally in the
right?
cog or in the... So I normally... Oh, okay, hang on. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's why. Comments. So you can either change... So look, it's just... There's some buttons there. And it's the top... let's see. You touch the screen and then there's a cog on there that normally says...
Okay.
I think it's not showing on your camera.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just
well,
trying to
no,
find
it's
it.
not. Figure it out. So it's on screen. You're saying.
I'm trying to figure it out, but that's
Oh,
okay. I mean, it's like trampling on a grave. It's fine. Just run the subtitles. Run the subtitles.
We wanted to know if you could be our Tauranga correspondent, and then we were going to come to you, and you could tell us stuff about Tauranga.
I'd love to tell you everything about Tauranga.
Winston Peters versus Simon. What's his name? Who's everyone loving the most?
Well, the Tauranga region is naturally a sort of a blue haven, like your backdrop. So it is a very blue area. So Nationals held seat there essentially the whole time. So what happened was Winston Peters started with the National Party. He moved over to form New Zealand First, which was a right-wing sort of political party before choosing to go left because he got into some power with the previous Labour government, etc. So although he got lots and lots of votes, people sort of voted because he was a right winger. After that, a guy called Bob Clarkson came on board. Bob Clarkson's Bob the Builder. He's an extremely rich man, known for building the speedway track in Tauranga. So he Bay Park. So he built that one there, got himself a little bit famous locally, and stood against Winston Peters, and then he won the seat. He only sat it for a single term before Simon Bridges took over, and Simon's basically had it since then. I think his maybe 5,000 or 6,000 is what he has over generally Labour when he wins the last two, but that seat there used to be blue to maybe a 15,000 majority, and it was the biggest majority for National behind the likes of Jim Bolger was in the King Country. There you go.
So I'm just saying, cruising down the street, who's in the hot sun, who's going to get more high fives? Is it be Bridges or Peters?
Probably Chloe when she's allowed to get out of lockdown and head on down to Tauranga. I'm known for turning up at a lot of these political things and just sitting in the background and listening. And the person who gets the most is David Seymour. He gets 300-400 people turn up at his. Billy TK, he came through and filled the place out with 600 people, made nothing, and I think he got about 4 votes total across Aotearoa. But I think they just vote National. We're an old area. We've got old people in Matua with lots of money.
Hey, I've got Billy TK's phone number.
Winnie P all day. What does that mean?
Winston Peters
all day.
Oh, right. I was like, what? Winnie the Pooh. I looked away.
So I come from a very political family, and so we're more local government, which is councils and things. And when I was a kid, I went to pick up my grandfather, who was flying up from Wellington, and on the same flight with him was Winston Peters. And Winston comes up and he's like, "Hello, young man. How are you?" Smoking his Pall Mall or what? I think he still smokes that, or Rothmans. And I said, "Hello, Mr. Peters." He says, "How old are you?" "I'm this age." who are you going to vote for? And I said, I'm going to vote for you, Mr. Peters, because, you know, such a dashing man he was, and a bit of brown, and there wasn't a
Well,
lot
it's
of that.
hard to say not you to his face, right?
Yeah, well, I voted for him, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm happy with this. This is fine. I met him, and I told him about the story, and he says, oh, I remember that. Your grandfather's such and such. I travelled up from Wellington when he was doing the deal on the such and such. And I was like, that's actually true. I didn't realise politicians listened.
I put a
Yeah,
message through
so,
to Billy TK, guys, to see if he wants to come on the show and say hi. So you're saying he's quite big in Tauranga?
Well, Billy's certainly Billy's got a lot of people that follow him. So he does have a huge following, and they're passionate. I mean, they've got an opinion, and they're probably going to spend a lot of their Facebook time, like I am, banned.
Right,
Because
okay.
of their opinion. So their opinion isn't necessarily left or right. It's just their opinion. And sometimes it works for them. Sometimes
The whole anti-vax thing and shit is a bit out there, isn't it? Like, come on.
Did he just get arrested?
What's that? Sorry?
Did he recently get arrested? That's who we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah. So they did the protest in Queen Street, I think it was, and him and another guy who's another social media guy that does a lot of work with Billy, they both got arrested for basically inciting, not inciting violence, but bursting bubbles and things like that. They're this whole protest brigade. I think for Billy, there seems to be a lot of things he says quite reasonable, but then when you combine that with a bit of flat earth, not saying that he believes in that, and 5G is going to kill the world, that's when other people can't sort of fathom what he's saying, because it's like, hey, this is reasonable. Wow, okay, so robots are going to do this and the world's going to explode because 5G is going to,
there's one thing that I'm going to do. Speaking of Billy TK, I think he's going bald. I'm not sure. I think he's staying on top last time I saw the guy. But tomorrow I'm going to make it a point of shaving my head. Can I just give you a close-up of those follicles? Check this out.
Wow. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just really just take it back to nothing.
Why did that?
Well, I'm looking at stuff down there. We're talking about Billy TK, and I'm thinking, I'm really got the grandpa going on. So tomorrow is the day for me to shave it out.
Yeah, it's lockdown. If you can't grow your little follicles in lockdown, when can you?
Yeah, well, appearing on camera now, you start looking at yourself. Are you looking at me, or are you looking at yourself?
I'm always trying not to look at myself.
Right.
Definitely Sophia first, myself second, your background third, generally the URL at the top after that. But I can't see you anyway, because do you see what you're wearing?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Invisible. It's not my fault. You're not there.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for saving the show again, Steve. It's been fantastic, and I love having you on.
Thank you, Thane, because I wrote in the comments, 24-hour ban.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, so did everyone get that?
Nah, probably just me. I mean,
oh, okay.
I don't know if yours was on Instagram and TikTok.
Right, yeah. Instagram didn't ban me. TikTok did give me a community guidelines violation. And then, I didn't put it on Facebook. Shit, no.
So this was I get them all the time. So this was for me. I shared that thing, and of course, for people who go, "What's he talking about?" Of course, we had this horrible terrorist incident at Lynn Mall. I saw the video, the same video that's been posted on TV1, TV3, and each other major broadcaster, New Zealand, Australia, globally. I shared that on my social media page, and I've got 125,000 followers. It got shared 2,000 or 3,000 times, I think. And yeah, because of that, and because I'm the main admin of my account, I just got another mark against it. So 24 hours for me, and I wouldn't be surprised if my page has been switched off for a good length of time. So that's what it is.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's half the reason why we have you on, Steve. Is just to kind of milk your audience into our broadcast areas. So
I can't do the share. There's got to be a way. Maybe sharing through Instagram or something. That's the only other trick, is that when you get shut down on Facebook, because my Instagram and my Facebook are linked. Yeah, I don't share. I share on my Instagram and my stories and things like that, and then I get my reach through Facebook that way there.
Okay.
It's just crazy though, like, they've got too much control. It's quite worrying, you know, even if you do something by accident, you are heavily penalized, and particularly if it's your business, you know, if it's your income.
So, I
A
mean,
lot of
I've got Snapchat. I've got every social media thing because I don't know what's going to become the next biggest thing, and I want to always have whatever it is. So I'm on Twitch and I'm on this and the other. I'm on Snapchat, and about 6 weeks ago, I shared an image. And if you're on Snapchat, and for me, I've got a totally open page, and anyone can add me, and I get ads. Maybe 100 to 200 people add me a day, and when I go up and click on those, most of them are an Indian porn scammer, and they're saying, click on this link and you look very beautiful, and could you be my wife, or boyfriend or husband, or whatever they're saying. So I get all these rubbish things. So I screenshotted one of my responses to them, and I shared it so that the parents of the world can see your child's got Instagram. Oh, sorry, your child's got Snapchat. If it's not locked down, this is the sort of stuff that they can get. And they post through photos, and they're naked photos, and there are horrible things. So I just posted up and took a screenshot. And one of the things I said at the end was, you need Jesus in your life, and could I recommend such and such church, Newton Street, Malmanui? I thought it was funny. I shared that on Facebook, and I got a week ban because they didn't look at my response. They looked at the leading questions. Because I'd shared that, I was soliciting sex, and got given up. The one from the other day, it was about violence and sharing violence, so that's probably fair enough. I don't think there was a lot of violence in the actual video.
If you were on radio, Steve, you would have been done for the Indian accent straight off the bat. You would have had a complaint.
All I'm doing is following in the footsteps of Hank Azaria, and I refuse to do voice acting of. See, I can hold voice in about 8 different bloody voices too, so it's just part of the. I mean, it's okay. My boss is Irish, and every time I do my Irish accent, I get away with it. But Indian, no.
No, you can't do it Indian. I regrettably made a comment on radio saying a certain race wasn't very good at making breakfast. They do everything else amazingly, send rockets to the moon and what have you, but you ask them to open a cafe and make breakfast, never going to happen.
Lunch and dinner is where
they reign supreme.
Yeah,
and especially if it's 2 curries with rice and a naan,
and you got orange.
You are going to be killing it as a business.
I've had a couple of those where, so I mentioned I do a little bit of stuff on TV from, no, definitely not me for the AM show, I'll get shot. But I've got an opinion. I'd probably work with what their current opinion is. But yeah, I've been on a couple of times, and I've had my producer in the ears saying, Steve, if you say that again, you're fired.
Wow.
And but the best thing I did was I responded with, the producer was also the promoter of the event, with his phone number live on television.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, redemption. We've got to go now. Thanks very much, mate. I'm going to let yourself out. I don't know how you do that.
I'm just going to close it down. Nice to talk to you guys. Hope you're well.
Nice to talk to you. Hopefully see you tomorrow.
You guys, be good.
Okay, mate. See you, pal. Nice of Steve to drop on by. We've got to get.
I love his visits. He's the only person who's not afraid to just jump on, and I quite like that.
Nice to have Leroy Shepherd on. Leroy, why don't you just press just before we wind the show up and go and start watching television? Anybody else would like to join us? Yeah, this is me subtly pressuring you, but I think Leroy's still there in the comments.
We could draw out a letter, and if your name starts with that letter, jump online.
Presto.
Hey presto! What is the best? What's the best social media place to be then? Because I've literally never heard of Twitch until you said the other day, blah, 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 Twitch.
I think if you are, if you're making sexy stuff, you're going to be all over Instagram, and you're going to be on OnlyFans. If you're a gamer or a DJ, Twitch is your thing.
Business. What's business though?
If you're a business, you're reviewing stuff, or you're really serious about making money, or you're into a Bitcoin scenario and you want to teach everybody how to blah, 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 Forex, this and that, YouTube or LinkedIn. Facebook I like for the comments and stuff. I think Facebook, Twitter I never got into because it was just a nasty piece of shit kind of platform. I mean,
it is really...
It's really nasty over there.
Awful. Yeah. Like, wow. Okay.
How many minutes we got left? 4 minutes to fill.
4 precious minutes.
I'm
that
going to have
we
a Milo
wasted.
tonight, I think. Did we get Milo?
Milo. No, I think I got drinking chocolate.
Right. It's probably a keto type one, isn't it? Or something kind of fancy. What is it? Is it nice?
It's nice, but we have different taste. It is a keto one, but it's nice. I can help you make it nice.
Thane's all taste.
Thane's taste is like Avondale in 1985.
I tell you, they like. I wonder if the tuck shop third generation. There's an age gap between us. When I was
15
going to
years.
school, filled rolls, sausage rolls, pies, donut, Sally Lung, assorted of Cadbury chocolates,
Did you call it a Sally Lung?
Lun or whatever it is.
Okay.
And then you've had your sports drinks. You know the sports drinks back in the day?
In
They
case
were
you're
like,
running.
yeah. What did you have in your modern cafeteria?
Hot chips.
Oh,
But I
God.
went to so many different schools.
Oh,
So
you were that Steiner one. They must have had some kind of wheat bix and
yeah.
honey or
But
something
also,
crazy.
like when I was younger, like I didn't really eat meat till I was 10. So I was telling Honey, our eldest child, for those of you that aren't Thane, who already know who Honey is. Honey is our eldest child. And I was telling her today, yeah, I used to have Vogels, but it was actually like sprouted bread that we made in the house, which is, disgusting. Then lettuce and another slice of bread with Vegemite on it put together, and like handfuls of nuts and maybe some fruit or something. Just couldn't wait to get to school and attempt to swap something with someone else, but no takers. Never any takers on the old swap for the lettuce and Marmite.
Can I tell you one thing? I don't think I've
What?
told this to anybody before. I didn't make my first sandwich till I was about 15 years old. I had never made a sandwich myself. I wonder if anybody else can agree with me there. Is that surprising? How does it make you feel?
It doesn't surprise me because I know you very well. It's exasperating. But at the tuck shop, what we had were hot chips. Maybe
Hang
a
on.
hot dog on stick.
I could butter toast and I could put jam or Marmite on it. But
You
I
can make a mean cup of tea for yourself.
I can make a cup of tea for myself. But at 16, I actually curated my first sandwich. Bread, butter, ham. It was luncheon, tomato sauce, a slab of cheese.
Do you remember
Another piece.
luncheon?
Luncheon, grew up on luncheon. And then I
Luncheon.
smashed in the bread at the top, white bread. That's all I had as a kid. And then bam, I was very proud of myself. And I thought, my God, this is a sandwich. I have made it at the age of 15. Wow.
When I was 8, I baked a cake and I put it into a competition in 1 second. I was so proud of that moment. I'm pretty sure they just gave it to me because I was highly and heavily bullied.
Right.
This was when we were
What?
in Kohu.
All right.
And I think I was probably the only person who was just, milky tone. And I think they gave it to me because they felt really sorry for me. But I got into the kitchen stuff early, man. I was about it. I was like scrambled eggs whenever I could just get my hands on some sort of recipe. It's
I went through
fun.
a phase where I was thinking like eggs, abortions, and then you kind of,
Really?
I really went through that phase where I was, and as a Māori, my kids know my favorite meal now is eggs. Probably I have egg at the drop of a hat. So
We
I
all love
started
eggs.
eggs going down any style.
Who are you
I'm all
talking to?
about it. No, I'm looking at the kitchen that way, and I'm going, there's no eggs going down because you weren't cooking. And the other thing is that any style, I thought was a great way of putting it. But I was just expressing myself. And but then I was thinking,
added like a slightly Māori accent into it as well.
You take your KFC potato and then you get your chip. You're mashing the dead potato into its brother and scooping it out, and then
I do have a problem with eggs, but that's why I always have them really well done.
That's why society separated eating eggs and chicken in the same meal. It's somewhat evil, isn't it?
It's a bit weird.
I remember when I used to call you and say, "What are we having tonight? Should we have a dead chicken with describing the meal?"
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Because it's funny. And you're like in the supermarket, and I mean, I always find it entertaining because it's true, and I find macabre sense of humor, is right up my alley. But yeah, dead chicken or a sliced piece of cow that you're going to go and burn in a frying pan, or would you like to roast it in the oven, or
Someone
would you
kill
like
me a
to
cow
mince it up?
immediately. I am starving.
Do you want to
Just
mince it up and put some coriander?
Spare the hooves. I'll have everything else. And
Oh,
then
but
I'll
don't
wear it as
waste
a fancy
them.
coat. Ooh la la, look at me. I'll have everything. The eyeballs. We could make decorations for our Christmas tree out of that. What are you doing with the teeth? We haven't found a market, but I'm somewhere in Asia. Someone's going to make a nice cup of tea out of that. We'll get a boner.
Does it have a horn? Yes, we'll take that too. Jello we can make from the hooves.
Someone say Jello. Can we make a sundae? Isn't Jello in the ice cream somewhere? I can't say.
Yeah, the jelly tip ice cream that you bought. Yeah, it is like that. It's disgusting. And when you think about it for too long, ugh,
You're feeling a little bit woozy.
it does make me feel a bit sick.
Hey, we've got a mate who wants to come on to our mate
Up in the Neil.
Neil. He is going to join us from the UK. This guy has started a perfume business or an aftershave business. And I'll say, try this.
You have some.
I have some. It's Neanderthal or something, isn't it? It was quite nice.
Neanderthal. It's beautiful.
Very nice.
Very beautifully done.
Beautifully done. Mwah! And so he might join us very shortly. I met this guy at Alt TV. His uncle is Sam Neill. He's well read. He's got a very good looking brother who's going out with a very good looking partner. A brother owns a sandwich store. Two is a fantastic film editor. He's worked for the big names in the UK. And by golly, if he presses go on that link, he will be our guest. Or we could save him tonight because I could actually go back to the show.
Also just a lovely person.
Yeah.
I just love Tu. I've got a lot of time for Tu. He's great. He's a sweetheart. That's how I would describe him.
Sweetheart. I wonder if I've ever been described as a sweetheart. He was a real sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
When you say it like that, it's not so good, but it's like it's like the cab driver who's dropped you home and he's opened the door. He's got out of his side, he's come round, he's opened the door. You know that guy who dropped us off last night? What a real sweetheart. Went through drive-through for us, the lot.
Yes, that's right. Or someone who makes you some cups of tea but remembers that you like 3 sugars. What a little sweetheart.
Oh, such a sweetheart.
Or a child who makes a drawing and then gifts it to you.
We got plenty of those. Is Tu gonna do this? Because otherwise I want to wrap this shit up and go and watch TV. Weird, still takes me to a blank page.
Oh, for God's sake, you've given us something that doesn't work. That's why we've got no fantastic visitors. Well, Steve's fantastic, but everyone else is too afraid. Maybe the link doesn't work.
Well, it does work. I reckon he's just saying this just to not.
Are you lying?
I'm copying the link again. I'm going back to Facebook. Right? Are you there with me?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm just talking out loud.
Right.
I'm now sending it again. All he's got to do is click on the link. In fact, I'm going to click on the link and I'm going to see if I can come back round into myself. Like the chip going into the... Now, it says here I'm here. Can I add myself? No problem. I won't let me add myself. 2 technical guys. It's above your head. Oh, well, there's nothing I can do. All I know it works. You know what? 2's lying.
Oh,
That's the end of that. That's what's happening.
2 minutes ago he was a sweetheart, and now
look
he's
at
a
him.
blatant liar.
To you two. No longer a sweetheart. Now you're becoming a pain in the ass because we're in the limbo. We're in that kind of, should I stick around for the bus? Has the bus just gone and I've missed it, not seen it?
Or is it on its way?
Or is it on its way? Do we wait around for 2 and it's phony, the link doesn't work? Or do we just cut this live broadcast now and I can go back to watching my show? It's called Evil on Paramount Plus.
Are you going to watch that? I'm not going to watch that. There's no way I'm watching that.
What the fuck are you watching then?
Whatever I want. I'm going to message too.
It's a woman's world. That's my prerogative. Hello, Reagan. How's it going? Oh, yeah. You know what? The poorest I ever wore, I slept in an office once. It's a long story. It was when I was like, I left school at, say, like 15, just after I made my first sandwich. I thought, fuck, world's my oyster. And I got a job TVNZ doing work experience at 3:45 live and after 2. And what I would do is I'd sneak back into the television station and sleep under a desk when I'd missed my bus home. And I would, for dinner, I'd have a wheat bick with honey on it. All right, we got somebody here. Oh my God.
Hello.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Mr. 2 Neil.
Hey. I just WhatsApped
Hi guys,
you.
how are you?
Good man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
What are we watching?
This is
What's that?
this is the view from the apartment I'm in at the moment in beautiful Porto, in Portugal. Yeah.
Oh my God, have you moved to Portugal? Or are you there temporarily?
No. I'm just here for 3 weeks.
Doesn't
Some
take
work's
3
being
weeks to
done
shoot
on
a
a-
porn too.
Oh, you're so funny, Thane.
What brings you to Portugal, good man?
Well, we just had to get out of our house for 3 weeks while people
Oh.
were doing work on it, and then my friend has an apartment here, and he was like, "Oh, just go stay there." And I was like, "Oh,
That sounds all too
why
luxurious.
not?"
What's
Yeah,
scenario here in Portugal though? What's all this? What is that? Just is there the water in there?
Water?
Is that water down there? Or is that someone's
No,
turf?
that's
Sorry, it's turf.
just people's. Yeah, it's like 80% unoccupied, this city, and it's like a really beautiful old city, but it's yeah, I'm just turning that off now. Yeah, there's like 80% unoccupancy rate. So I think it was like at one point it was Europe's richest city, and then
Wow.
then it really wasn't, and so everyone left, and so there's all these like beautiful old like 18th century buildings which are empty basically. So
What's the
my mate
property
bought one
market
for like, well, my mate bought this place. It's like a 2.5 bedroom, brand new interior rebuild. He bought it on spec for like 100,000 euros.
What?
That's right in the middle of town.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's like, yeah, it's so good. Like, it's like a beautiful apartment and right in the middle of town. And yeah, it cost 100 grand. But I think it's like,
Awesome.
that was like 4 or 5 years ago. But you'd still get something about the same for like a couple of hundred now. It's really super cheap here. So
Yeah, because I
it's
think
nice. It's a really good spot.
like visiting there, and I was looking at the exchange rate, like a Coke's like 50 cents or something.
Yeah, man. A beer is 50 cents here.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
good.
insane.
And food's good. People are nice. It's good. There's not many rules. Drugs are legal here.
Yeah, I was about to say that was what stopped me, because I was like, are we going to go to are we going to go to Bali, or are we going to like go to Portugal? And I was like, okay, Portugal wins. Like, this looks great. And then it was like, oh,
Isn't
You
it,
know?
But,
isn't it, guys, isn't that a bit weird though, right? So drugs are legal there, but there's nobody there. It's like,
No one's doing them because there's no one there.
finally,
There's no
I
drug
can
dealers
sell
there.
but-
drugs. I can sell drugs legally
Apparently,
to no one. Great. Awesome.
but apparently, like, a lot of people here don't even really do them. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's legal, but like everyone's
not
just like,
fun.
well, it's legal. Who cares? Yeah. It's just
Yes,
like,
thank.
so it's like it's a good argument really for legalizing it all. I think. I just think it's sort of.
I
you
wonder
know,
what that tracked like
it's-
though. From like legal, do people go wee? Yeah, it's boring. You know, like how long does that curve
Yeah, I
take?
think. Well, it's just sort of like. I mean, everyone has a life, right? And
Right.
you know, you do too many drugs, it just gets in the way of your life. So you probably just do less drugs. You know, it's sort of like it just. Yeah, I think people are like pretty good at like not being idiots about stuff. Although maybe not back home. We're pretty
that's
bad
what I
at
meant.
drinking.
Yeah, that's what I
How do you
mean.
spell Portugal, by the way?
New Zealand.
How do you
What
spell
thing?
Portugal?
What's that?
How do you spell Portugal?
PORTU.
POT. Yep, that's it.
Sorry, can two spell it, please?
PORTUGAL. That's correct.
Yeah, like I said. Right.
You've
Thank
updated
you.
your name. Two new life from Portugal.
Yeah. How are you guys? What this is the new thing that you do now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Thane was going to do it with someone else, but they didn't turn up. So I was like, okay.
And is it just talkback radio?
Yeah,
Oh no,
It's
it's more
talk
video
about
than talk back.
whatever you want, really. It's
I
talk
can
chat.
put my video back on if you like.
It would be
Yeah,
nice.
throw back on back the visual medium. That'll be nice. We're on video.
Okay.
Oh, there's a couch.
Flip it around.
Trying to do
Are you
that.
camera
Sorry,
ready?
guys. I feel like Mike set video settings. Here we go.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna get a big load of my face soon.
I can't wait.
It's going to be all chin. Oh, it's all
g'day,
head.
thanks. There you are.
Hello. How are you?
Hi guys. Yeah, good.
Hey,
Good to
Managed to
see
work
you.
out the technology here. That's good.
now, just a quick line of
Good to see you
questioning. So how
Yep.
is the UK? How's your perfume going, and what's new in your life?
Mm. Good questions.
UK is good. COVID's over here. I don't know if you've heard about that. It's finished.
Tell us
Done.
more about that.
Doesn't
because,
exist anymore.
like, what's the deal?
Well, everyone got vaccinated. Well, enough people. And then I was like, well, if we can't open up now, when are we ever going to open up?
So,
And
huzzah.
so just going to do it, really. And I think the death rate's been really low. Like, I think a lot of people have gotten it still, but the vaccine basically stops you getting very ill from it. Most people. I think there's
Yeah.
definitely been a few more deaths, but it's sort of it's a strange thing. I don't know. We have a very different way of approaching it than back home. I think it's sort of
They
it'd
got
be
the old
great if
saying-
everyone had done what New Zealand did at the beginning, but
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
it's sort of too late. I think it's like
Yeah.
New Zealand's like the only place. It's like always this metaphor. Like it's like the only kid at school that did their homework, and everyone else didn't, and then you still get to get in detention anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pretty much.
But you
But
know,
I
like I
think
think
you're gonna have to do that as well. Like we're gonna have to get the vaccination rate up and then like open up because it's frustrating. It's frustrating to live in a country where, you know, we thought everything was fine and then you're like, just kidding, haha, lockdown. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
great. And then you feel behind. It's not that like I think it's because
Yeah.
we had so much freedom and we just assumed that that was the way that it was going to be. Like you could smell something was going to come at some point. Oh, good night, Sarah. And yeah, and then it came, and now you're like, oh, cool. Well, everyone else is in Europe, and we're like sitting around here in Beachlands, and you can't even leave the house.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I
it's-
mean, I guess it'll have to change at some point, but like I guess it's just once everyone gets vaccinated. But I guess it's like hard, you know, like because you've done such a good job of keeping it out for so long, and then how do you tell everyone that it's like coming in? You
Most
know,
of
I
the
guess it's like it's going to be great, you know, for everyone. So, but yeah, it's so,
though.
but it's really good that it's sort of. I mean, I don't know how long it'll last. I don't know what will happen in winter, but I definitely don't think we'll go back into lockdown again. Like, it
Yeah.
just costs too much. I think it's sort of like they're saying, like, you know, the problem with lockdown and all that, like, it's saving lives and it's really important, but like, there's, you know, most small businesses, you know, got bailed out with like a loan, and you know, like most small businesses don't, you know, just get by, you know, like they don't,
Yeah.
it's not like they're making massive profits. So like they had to shut down, they got a loan to get through, but then like it's not like when they come back, they're going to be making more money than they did before. So if you've got like a marginal business, which is most businesses, you might be able to hang on for like another year or two, but chances are you'll shut down. So it's sort of, it's a tough one because it's not, you know, I'm not even talking about big business. I'm talking about like people who own small businesses. It's really, really hard. So it's a difficult situation. Who knows, you know, what the answer is, but yeah, I don't think we'll be going back into lockdown again. Which I'm quite thankful for because I spent 9 months in it last year, and that was too long.
That's a lot.
Wow.
And you know, we are
Yeah.
definitely whinging after a couple of weeks here, but I think no matter how long you've been in lockdown, those feelings do come up, and they are valid. Like you do feel really monotonous. There's no real routine because it's all changed, and you just, you know, there's a lot of frustration. You kind of, some days are fantastic and you're like, this is great, let's go for another walk, whee! And then like other days just, you know, you're losing it. But
yeah, there were some cool things about that came out of it for sure. Like I think everyone stopped working for a bit, which was good because I think we all probably work way too much, and it was pretty good for everyone to have a breather and think about what you kind of want to do with your life. That was pretty handy. But then, yeah, it got pretty climbing the walls a little bit. It was super weird coming to Portugal, actually. This is the first time I've traveled in 2 years, which is weird.
wow.
And yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's good. I'm kind of glad we're out the other end. I hope it doesn't get worse, but you know, I guess we'll just wait and see.
How's
The
Neanderthal going?
Neanderthal, the business?
Yeah. Neanderthal's going great. We've had a massive year actually. So we make perfume, but we also kind of do a bunch of other designy sort of things. But yeah, we've kind of, I think we're in something like 60 stores globally now.
That's awesome.
Good. Wow.
It's sort of, yeah. Where are we? We're in the shelter and at World and
Yeah, cool.
Tour Studio.
I think you sent me an email. Did you send me that in an email ages ago? I can't remember. I think I saw that and I went online and had a little peek. That's awesome though, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sending them over.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's going really well. We've sort of, yeah, I need to send you some more actually. Sorry, I keep meaning to do that and then I keep forgetting. I know you ran out, so I'll get onto it.
There he is, up on screen, everybody.
Thane stole mine.
Yeah, but no, it's been going.
But,
oh yeah, follow us on Instagram. It's you know, we're going really well. But it was like I guess it was an art project started by my friend Kentaro Yamada, and then it kind of turned into like an actual brand, and yeah, it's all kind of, you know, full steam ahead. We've just got a railway arch in London that we're moving into, and yeah,
what does that
it's super
mean?
exciting. It's crazy busy. Well, we've just been working out of like an artist studio for like the last little while, but we're now
railway
moving into
arch?
so it's like all through London. There's these arches which are like because all the raised railways kind of go over them. So there's these arches, and they basically, there's sort of, you know, you can rent one and put your shop in it or whatever, or your studio. Yeah,
Because I've been there, but I don't
but
remember
then they
seeing
used to be super cheap.
shops inside them.
Yeah,
I need a photo of that.
they're sort of.
Do you ever wonder if Sherlock Holmes has ever been into your railway thingy? I wonder if he's ever solved a crime there or rounded up a gang, you know, of robbers.
I often think about that.
Yeah.
It keeps you up at night, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's so
London's
many
got loads
incredible people over there. You know, you've got the Dickens guy and all that kind of stuff. You wonder who's been through your place.
Oh, it's very old.
Jack the Ripper. I used to live in Whitechapel, and I'd often walk around Whitechapel going, "Oh, wonder if this is where he killed some prostitutes."
Yeah, totally.
Oh,
Or I mean, like take that place of Portugal. You know, maybe someone's
smoke weed there.
died. Some chances are, but maybe, you know, someone's died in the shower, collapsed in the shower, or something crazy. You know, you never know the history of a room.
Well,
you know what? There should be an app.
This
Room history.
Room history. It's a
I
good
don't
one.
want to know.
I had this idea for an app which was just like homemade walking tours on like Google Maps. So like if I go to like Portugal, like I could make like a walking tour. I could just walk around and talk shit about stuff.
That would be cute.
And then some other people could come and they could go on your walking tour with you around the place. And I thought that'd be pretty
That
funny.
would be very cute. And then you could sponsor someone to do the next tour.
Someone who owns a
just made up
cardigan.
facts.
Someone who owns a cardigan would come up with a walking tour app, wouldn't they? I mean, it's very English countryside. Let's be honest, mate. Wind in the willows. Okay, now.
Oh, I was thinking just more bullshit, made up facts about stuff.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
fun
you just
stuff,
walk
like
around
silly.
and you're like, oh.
What's London
Yeah, you
like
know, you
now?
just-
I haven't been there since I was, I'm going to say 17. I'm older than that now.
It's good. Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, I've been there for 11 years and it's changed quite a bit. It's like got more and more expensive, but it's like,
yeah, I was going to
everywhere, I
say.
suppose. But it's
Do you
good.
make more money,
I went to a
though?
festival last weekend. That was cool.
What?
Yeah.
Believe that.
Festivals and stuff again.
Oh,
Yeah, man. It's like 50,000 people in the park. It was cool.
what? When's
Saw
Glastonbury?
Johnny
Is that
XX.
happening?
Oh, that's nice. Good question. It probably is going to happen next year, I think. They're all kind of back on again. Football's back on. Everyone can go to the football again. It's
That's
I mean,
weird.
that was a
it's
big.
good. London's.
They
I think
like
that was a
hurt
big
other people
song
with
that-
umbrellas. Oh, sorry,
Jesus, we're
Thane. You
terrible at
go.
this, aren't we? Fuck. I bet they made a big song and dance about football's back. Football's back. G'day, this is the Queen. Football's back. Did they do a big PR?
Yeah.
Football's back.
Yeah, they fucking love football. I don't care about football. I'm just like, it's hard for me to get excited about it. But yeah, we live right next to Arsenal Stadium, so there's like loads of like football hooligans walking around our hood all the time.
Yeah, that thing with
they
the
love
umbrella
football.
and the eyeball just really got me, and I've just never forgotten about it. And I was like, fuck that. I'm never
Umbrella
going.
and the eyeball?
Yeah, some fan who got like really irate about the score, like jammed an umbrella into someone's fucking eyeball and ripped it out.
Oh, that sounds about
Oh,
right.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's enough for me. Thanks.
We saw a fight. We saw a fight just walking through there. 3 young men jumped an old man, and I was like, "Wow, this is." I was like, "I should step in and do something here," and then
I'm gonna
I
run.
didn't. I was like, "Oh."
Speaking of steps, I'm going to hot
just-
step it out of here. See ya.
Guys, I've got to get 10,000.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
true. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Thank
go
you.
now because I've got television to watch. And
Thane's watching a horrendous show.
have you heard of
constantly.
Evil on? Does it come up over there? Show called Evil.
No, is it good?
Great. Yeah. Just the devil versus God, Christian, blah blah blah. It's well thought out of. There's these weird games that you play. Like if you find a building with 13 floors, you press a certain combination of floors, 13. Then you go down to 8, and before the doors close, you put your arm out, and then the elevator closes and then stops. Then you press the floor number 3. Open it and don't look at the woman or make eye contact when she walks in. Then she'll get out at floor 2, and then when she leaves, not looking at her, you then press 2 and basement, and then it takes you straight to hell.
Is it? Is this some...
A lot of admin, eh? A lot of admin.
Is that how you get there, though?
Or you can just off somebody with a gun, but you know.
Fuck.
Anyway,
Oh, it's really good.
That was intense.
Well, lovely to chat to you guys. Sorry if I just
It was so
blathered on
lovely to
about
chat to you.
life and life. What?
It was great. Come back another time. We're on every night at 9.
I'll try and think of something
Monday
better to talk about next time.
No, I think it was great.
I'll line up.
Perfect.
Well, I'll line up some actual good stories. I've got some good stories. I'm sure.
Yeah, you got
just
good
can't think
chat.
of them right now.
Don't even worry about it. This is the thing. We're trying to take it back a notch. We're trying to hands off. Just relax.
Well,
grab a chai.
throw some spicy topics at me next time, and we can get into that. You know.
We should do a topic roulette. Maybe we could get in an elevator and get some roulette going. See if we can get ourselves all the way to hell, huh? Yeah.
Oh, there's an elevator in this building. Actually, it's only got 4 levels on it, but I could try your little trick. Okay.
Thanks, mate. See you soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Shit, he's good value, isn't he, too? He's looking handsome.
Sweetheart.
A real sweetheart. You're right. Well, thank you for our one last viewer who is live. And, of course, this is you can watch this on demand anytime. Thank you for Twitch listeners. If you want to email us, you can email us talkback with Thane and Sophia at gmail.com. And a very good night to YouTube listeners. We're back tomorrow from 9. From all of us here at Talkback with Thane and Sophia, a very good evening.
It's just us. Both of us. You and I.
You going to say something? Or you want to...
Well, you said from all of us here, and I was just saying it was just us.
Have you got an elaborate goodbye then?
What? No.